Welcome to the Sorare Wakey Academy. What we're planning to do with these videos now, or this set of videos, is to build an under-23 European Challenger team. And these are with players that I think you should buy that will make you a profit for next season or during the pre-season building up to that. I think they're all going to be great players, and we're going to start it in a 4-3-3 formation. And we will start with our 4 defenders. We'll have a left back, a right back, 2 centre backs, then we'll have 2 midfielders and then 3 strikers, and eventually we'll do the goalkeeper as well. So I'm going to go through them all now. I hope you enjoyed the video, like it if you do, and we'll get straight into our first player. So the first player we're going to look at is Mellie Mullenstein from RKC Waalwijk in Holland. He's 22-year-old. He's right-footed centre back. He's about 6'1", and he's also the club captain at just 22 years old. He plays nearly every single game. He's consistent. He's good with interceptions. He reads the game well, gets in front of the player before he receives the ball. He's good at heading, and he dribbles out of defence from the back. He's the son of Mellie Mullenstein, who used to be the assistant manager at Man United, so you probably recognise the name from there. And as far as I'm aware, there's no transfer news on this guy, so he's still going to be here next season. I'd be surprised if that didn't change and he went somewhere else. However, if we have a look at his average scoring over his last 5, he's hit 61, and this guy's not been chased by anyone. No one's buying this guy. I don't understand why. 61 for his last 5, 53 for his 15, and 53 for his last 40. Now, if we have a look at his overall price, you'll see he's gone. He was up for a while. Right at the very start, I managed to buy him. I paid 22 quid, and I managed to sell him for 70 pounds basically. And then he sort of went down, spiralled a little bit down. I managed to get him again for 18 pounds, and he's up now at about, is it 30 pounds, around the 30 pound mark? Yeah, 32 quid. So really cheap. I think this guy will end up at 70 quid again before long. Before the start of next season, he'll be about 70 quid again. If I have a look at his SO5 scores, now again with these we'll do the whole time since he's been playing, and you'll see, look at this, on average here, 17 marks at 40 to 50, and 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 78. This guy is pretty consistent, isn't he? Pretty decent scores. I mean, if you got a rare card, he'd be scoring over that 45 all the time, and he plays most games. So I think it's a really good start from him. And again, looking at his price, like I say, it's unbelievable. So this is my first player, my first centre back that I'd go for. I don't follow a lot of stats. I watch the guys play. I watch for quite a few games to see if they're going to, what I think, make it or not, just by watching them and how they play and how the body reads and stuff. So having said that, his stats do back him up as well. So I think he's one to watch and very, very undervalued. That's our first player, Mellie Mullenstein from Waalwijk. So our second centre back then, I'm going with this guy, Teze from PSV Eindhoven. He's been here his whole career. He's 22 years old. He started as a right back and he's ended up now more of a centre back. He is right footed. He's just over 6 foot again. Played 24 games this season. So he's played quite a lot, although I keep seeing him coming on as substitute and stuff. But just recently he's had a really good run in the team. And you'll see from his price when he started this good run, he went flying up in the price. And then he came back down again. But now Buscaglia has been injured, I think, for the rest of this season and maybe for the start of next season. And he's been getting in at centre back quite regularly now. You can see his last 5 scores up here, or 48, 100% of the games. His last 15, he's played all 15 games. I don't know if he started them all, but his last 40, he's been scoring 43 and played 80% of them. So he's always in and around that team. I watched this guy in the European Championships in the under-21s when he got to semi-finals, and him and Per Schurz were playing at the back, and they were class. They really did play well. Now, Teze's played at under-17s and under-21s as well for his national squad of Holland, Netherlands. Really strong player. I mean, he's so strong. He's so quick. I think again, he's underrated, and he's at £58 at the moment. His prices have gone up and down, like I say. I mean, I bought him again at the start, 29 quid, and it was like 28 quid. Sold him at 37 and 34, but I mean, he's flown up since then. And now the last time I bought him was £58, so I still think he's going to be a bargain. I think he's going to be up here again, you know, around the 100 quid, maybe even 120 quid by the time the new season starts. Again, consistent if you're looking to buy him in a rare to get that ETH grind inside. But his best position is centre back, but he also plays at right back as well, so a bit of utility there for this guy. This is why I've got him as my second centre back that I think will make money going into next season. SO5 scores then, not as good as Mullenstein, but I think a little bit of pressure and he could get there, you know. If he just switches on a little bit more. You can see down here when he was getting substitute appearances and stuff, but then he got into the team, was grinding out good scores, and then massive scores up here. Dropped down again the last few matches, but I think, you know, when this man hits form, he does quite well, doesn't he? Let's have a look at his overall score in his past games then. And he's up there, a few 95s, 96s, 100s and 70s, quite a few 70s up there. But again, he's had this bad patch here where he's down at 20s and 25s, and that's when it's best to pick him up price-wise. But I think he will be up there again, and he's one for the future, definitely one to look out for. Now we take a look at our right back. This is Milan van Ewijk. A lot of you will probably know this guy. He's been on the game quite a lot. A lot of people go for him. And this guy is 21. He's a right back. He's at 175 centimetres tall, so that's what, about 5'9". So not the tallest, but then again he's a right back. He's played 29 games this season. Plays 88 minutes per game normally. He's got great positioning, great tackling. You'll see him go flying up and down the wing. I think he's going to be a real player, this lad. I think Celtic were after him last season and didn't manage to get him for some reason. I don't know why, or decided not to go for him in the end. But he's £36, and that's his floor price, 36 quid. That's what you can get him for right now. And you know, his last 5 are 59. He's playing 100% of the games. He's got a 59 score for his last 5, 49 for his last 15, 40 for his last 51 for his last 40 games. Brilliant player. Now, as far as I'm aware, Van Ewijk has played 40 under 21s, and I think he'll get into the national team soon in that right back position, or at least pushing one of the other guys out there. So, decent player. Looking at his prices down here, you see when he first came in, he was a spattering of results, spattering of prices going up and down all over the place. And I managed to get him for, the first time 39 quid, sold for, can't see that, sold for, to try and do this again, £58. Then I bought him again for £36. So now, like I say, he's still £36, but it's the end of the season, it's all going down. But next year, I mean, this guy, as I say, playing every game, he can only get better, can't he? Have a look at his SO5 scores a second. Most of his scores there look 50 and 60, but he's had 60s and 70s. He's even had an 80 and a 90 in there. Let's have a look at his overall scores since he started then. And look at these hundreds. He's hit 100 3 times and 96. Had a dip in form just recently, but he's just starting to get it back again now. And I can't say how good this guy's going to be. You know, and for that price, £36, if you snapped him up now, ready for next season, you're going to have a decent player sat in the back for your challenger side, who's only, what is he, 21? So he's got till 2025 in the under 23s. So there's your utility from that. Right back also plays a bit of midfield now and again, but he's more of a sort of wing back, I'd say, or an attacking full back, if you like. That's what I'd look him at as. But Van Ewijk, big name to watch out for in the future. If you don't know him already, he's a big name. That's our right back. Okay, so our last player is our left back. This guy, Owen Wijndal. A lot of you may have heard of this guy. He's played national team quite a bit. I mean, he's played at every level. Under 15, 16, 17, 18, 19s, 20s and 21s, and now had 11 games for the national team of Holland. He plays for AZ Alkmaar. He's only 22 years old. He's a left back. He's 5'9". He's had 26 games this season with 9 assists and 1 goal, but he's also got 6 yellows, so whether he goes on a bit rash in the tackle or argues a little bit. I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think he's going to Real Madrid as their left back, whether he'll play there next season if he moves Phil and Mendy out of the team. I think that's the idea. It's definitely good enough to get to play for Real Madrid, but I think that's where he's off to. Now, he's 90 quid at the moment. I mean, I was buying this guy for, I think it was 300 quid or something at one point. So £90 right now is his floor price. He's had a real dip in form. His last 5 were only 40. So, you know, if you want to get him for the underdog team or something, go and get him, because he will hit massive scores. Last 15 47 and last 40 of just 50. But consistent again, 100%, 90 odd percent. Plays a lot. Looking at his scores here, down here, sorry, look at his prices down here. Again, I bought him when he first came out. It was 51 quid that I got him for. Managed to sell him at 88 quid. I also bought him again, 81 quid, but I sold him for 165 quid. But I also then bought him again, I'm trying to get him so you can see him, £109. Sold him again for 145. So consistently buy, you know, if you want to be trading, this is possibly how to do it. But I paid probably the most that anyone's ever paid for this guy, £299. Now you can't see that I've sold him on here, but I did manage to get him in a trade-off when I managed to get Orkin Kukcu. So it was worth getting rid of him. I probably lost a bit of money on him, to be honest, for that price, but I got Kukcu at the end of it, so I was quite happy with that. But you can see the prices he can hit, 299, and we're down here now. Was that last price that was hit here? 111 quid, and now he's down to £90. I mean, get him now, because this guy will fly. National player, national left back, getting in a hell of a lot. And I mean, look at his price of his rare, 689 for his rare. Really good. And if we look at his SO5 scores, as I say, he's been on a bit of a downward dip recently, but I'm going to look at his all-time scores. And you'll see, look at this, I mean, he's had a few hundreds, 300s up there, but again, 60s, 70s, a good spread of them. You see on his bar chart here, 40s and 50s. These 30s, he had a real bad spell down there, didn't he? He was sort of up and down, one good game, one bad one. But recently he's had a real dip in form, look at 19, a 28, 20. So that's when I bought him, or looked to buy him, is when he's right down here. And I think he'll come good again, ready for next season. I don't know if he'll play full time for Real Madrid, but he's I think my #1 choice of one of our defenders. Owen Wijndal is also captain at AZ Alkmaar, so they're a decent side, Alkmaar, so to be captain there is pretty good, isn't it? But he's my next player that I think you'll make money on going into next season. Watch out for this one. So in summary then, here are 4 defenders for our under-23 Challenger team for next season, the guys that are going to make you money as far as I'm concerned. We have Mellie Mullenstein and Jordan Teze as our centre-backs. We've got Milan van Ewijk as a right-back, Owen Wijndal as left-back. There's 2 captains in that side for their club teams. So pretty strong, I think, going into the future. And I think they should make you money pre-season or during the season next year. They should be worth quite a lot, I think. Now, if you're ready for the next set of videos, and we're going to now do our under-23 midfielders in the next video. And we're going to pick 3 of them. They might not be like all central midfielders, but it'll be 3 midfielders, and then followed up by a video on the 3 forwards, and then a goalkeeper. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.